Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Eavesdropping Houseguest podcast. Matt, how are you doing?
Let's go. I'm excited. Another episode and another recap of Big Brother. I mean, what more could you want from a Saturday night?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're Saturday night. We're a day late with the recording. Matt's just a very famous person and was signing autographs all night, so we didn't want to take away from the fans. Instead, we're gonna record Saturday. He was
Yeah.
really nice to take his time away and able to do this for us. So, yeah. That's Matt. I'm Jesse, by the way, and this is the Eavesdropping Houseguest, episode 11,
Wow.
week 11. I mean,
Are we gonna hit 100 days ourselves?
so they're in day 76, or Thursday's episode was day 76.
Okay. We might. I
11
think we
times
will.
7 is 77. Yeah, I think we will.
Yeah.
I think we would just need to go 3 more weeks.
We,
Can we do it? Is this the last ever episode? We will be so close yet so far.
no.
Tune in
There's
next week to see if we make another episode.
Tune in next week. Potentially.
Potentially, because we have such busy schedules. And speaking of schedules, let's hop into the diary room. Matt,
Good
what's going
transition.
on with your schedule?
Schedule has been busy. I think the highlight of this past week was me skydiving on Tuesday. So that was really cool.
Lame.
Yeah.
Just
It was
kidding. Talk about
No,
it.
it was really sick. That feeling of free fall, I was telling you before we hit record, that feeling of free fall is like nothing like I've ever experienced before. So I recommend it to anybody that isn't very scared of heights, because like it makes sense for you to not want to do it if you're scared of heights, because we were 15,000 feet in the air. I was on the plane and we were super high up, and I asked the guy behind me, I was like, "Hey, how high are we?" And he was like 5,000 feet, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, like this is so high." Like we still have 10,000 more feet to go. Like it was crazy. Um, but it's super safe, and it was an incredible experience. So I definitely recommend it. But
Curious, what is the landing like?
landing was fun. The guy told me, he was like, just keep your legs up as high as you can. And so it was like a slide into second base in baseball on the grass. It was funny. Lewis got it on a record, so I'll have to send it to you.
Okay, sick. Yeah. Nice.
But Tuesday was busy because I had skydiving, and then Tuesday night I called volleyball. So like
Yeah, I saw your story. That was like you had a crazy day.
very, very long day. And then Wednesday I did sideline reporting all day at the Red Bull Arena for men's and women's soccer. So
Dang.
that back-to-back stretch was crazy.
No
But
wonder
we're
we had.
here and the schedule has lightened up. So I'm
Oh.
chilling right now. How about you?
Yeah, so I am been working nonstop, and normally I don't have off on Thanksgiving. Um, but this year, for some reason, and I always ask to work on Thanksgiving, but they're gonna give me off the day after Thanksgiving, which is a Friday. So off on Friday. And so then I'm gonna take off on Monday that week. And I know my family doesn't watch this podcast. However, this is the only way that they'll know that I'm coming home, because I set it up with my grandma. And so I was going to make it a surprise, but I'll also give them credit if they're watching this podcast on their own, because, like, I appreciate the support, guys. However, I know that that won't happen. So it's a secret. And so, like, for like 4 days, I'll be able to come home for a little bit.
I wonder if and when my mom watches this, if maybe like somehow like she'll send it to your mom.
Yeah, bro. Or like, I hope the fans don't start DMing my family. That
Wow.
tough too. But
Yeah,
yeah, so
that's awesome.
yeah, we'll have to set up like maybe a little hangout possibly. I don't know.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Sick. All
Let's
right.
go.
But yeah, so that's kind of like why I have to save money now. So there's no
Yeah.
there's not going to be a lot going on in my diary room. I got to save money for this plane
Yeah.
home the weekend of Thanksgiving.
And do you know who else is planning on a hangout at home? Are you frozen?
My thoughts are, I don't know.
Corey, he's planning to hang out with
Oh,
America when he goes home because he's gone.
what a transition! Dang,
Thank you.
you're right, man.
Corey got evicted.
There was a chance he probably could have won this game.
Yeah. A huge threat was just taken out of the house.
Wow. And my boy Jag did it all.
Wow, you got so many fantasy points this week. Do I have Corey?
That's what I was wondering. Who has Corey? Because that makes it like it's a landslide. If I because I have blue, right?
Yeah.
I think I have blue.
Because you
Oh
swept.
no, you have blue.
I have blue.
You have Corey too.
Frick.
But yeah, we'll get into all of that.
Later.
But yeah, no, that's Corey goes home in a wild week where maybe America, ruined his game.
What'd you think of the invisible
He's
head of
gonna maybe
household?
go home. Um, so it was really sick.
Yeah.
It was like I loved it. Like of course this isn't something that I want multiple times in a season, but I thought it was perfect. And in the back of my mind, I was playing like conspiracy theory, and I was like, maybe they just wanted to see how far they could get Cameron. Because like let's say Cameron lasted last week, now he lasts an automatic another 2 weeks because he'll be able to win this and then win it next week. But I
Yeah.
like no, it was really cool. And yeah, no, I thought it was awesome. What do you think?
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was kind of like werewolf. Like we
Mm.
like the secrecy of knowing who's who and not knowing who put someone up, and like the strategy behind putting people up and trying to frame it on someone else. It was like another dynamic that like there's already so many things that go into Big Brother, but this extra element, like I thought it added something that was really unique, and it was fun to watch this past week.
Mhm. I think the biggest flaw in it, which is not necessarily terrible, but it sets up the HOH in a bad way. In that, like the goal is to keep it a secret, but I think if 10 times this they make this twist 10 out of 10 times, like even if the HOH wants to keep it a secret, it's gonna get found out. It's a whole
Yeah.
too long. There's not enough people in the house to really make it between a bunch of
Yeah. If
people.
if they did it early in the season, like that would be crazy.
Yeah, that would be really crazy because then you could probably get away with it. Yeah.
Yeah. That
Um,
would be fun.
but the only thing that it really, really benefited is that okay, it kind of hurts this HOH because no matter what, he looks like a liar. People were like, I don't know. Well, we'll talk about how he talked with America and Corey, but they clearly were like, you didn't tell us right away. And
Yeah.
but at the same time, now he can play next week, so that's kind of crazy. That's the best part of it. The
Yeah.
visible parts, whatever.
Yeah.
The best part is that he can literally play another week.
Yeah. Do it again next week.
Yeah. So Corey goes home, and I'm curious what your thoughts are. Do you think he should have been the target from the beginning? Because Blue was the target for Jag. America kind of told Blue this. Blue kind of was like, okay, my boy's Jag. I don't believe you. Told Jag, and then it was true, but Blue was like, nah, I don't, it's okay. Brush it off. Like, we'll be teammates again. And Jag was like, cool. Now I'm going to nominate Corey in America. And then on the veto ceremony, Corey in America get put up. Everyone else in the house knew except for them. What are your thoughts on like
First off, if nobody knew what happened this past week in Big Brother, they just learned everything in that last little dialect that you had there. That was incredible. Um, and then the other thing I want to say, you brought up America's conversation with Blue. And that is my misplay of the week. Matt's misplay of the week is goes to America. I mean, the last few weeks, America and Corey have really felt so comfortable in this house. And the fact that America blabbers her mouth to Blue, who's someone that she's not incredibly close with, and she knows that Blue does not like Corey. And the fact that America is telling Blue that like they're probably gonna come after Matt and Jag next, or that like Matt and Jag, do you really think Matt and Jag have you at final three? Like that is just so condescending and a horrible way to talk to someone when you know what they have against you. And like America said that, and that was the first domino that led to America going up on the block. So America's misplay of the week led to Corey's eviction. And that's what I think. I think Corey and America should have been the targets from the start of the week, especially with the invisible head of household. Like it could have been perfect for Jag to put up Corey and America and then not say anything. So like he could have done better with that. But it was a little cold-blooded to like everyone for you to know that it's Jag, and then now he backdoors them. Like that was tough.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind his HOH. I would like it a lot better. I don't mind everything that happened, other than the fact that if Corey and America were just his goal from the beginning, like the way he went about it. If like you nominate Blue Felicia, you don't let Corey and America. Yeah. They pretty much like think that they're safe. Like Corey's like at the end of the Wednesday episode or Tuesday episode, he's like, I would put myself up, but I know he won't put me up.
Yeah.
So like you got him right where you want him. I just
Yeah.
wish it was on purpose, because it wasn't. He did it on accident. He was like,
yeah.
So that's the only problem I have with it. But at the end of the day, yeah, it was a great HOH for him. He got out, the toughest target for him. Like now you can argue maybe we'll talk about it, like at what point does Jag and Matt maybe start going after each other, being the last two biggest targets in the house. But he got Corey out. That's a massive.
Yeah.
I think Corey could have won this game if America doesn't talk to Blue like that. I think now it's very tough, because I'm curious on this with you. Do you think America helped Corey's game more than it hurt his game? Because I think this move to Blue, of course, hurt Corey's game completely. He's in the house this week if she doesn't say that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, she having someone close to go to all the time,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know if she helped him more than she hurt. The one thing that like she definitely did for him was when Cameron won HOH and American like made them like promise that like America would stay off the block and Corey. So like, and that was at a moment where like Corey's spot in the house was kind of iffy, and who Cameron was gonna put up was like not certain. And so like she potentially prevented him from staying off the block that week. But other than that, like she has not won an HOH. She is not really, she hasn't won a power veto. She really hasn't done anything to help Corey, except for the fact, not even like this isn't even helping, but now that America's tagged along with Corey, and it was Corey and America, Comerica, whatever. Like that just always painted an extra target on Corey, because Corey by himself, like he's a good player. He can do it all. But when you combine him with just an additional player that has like an extra vote and an extra chance to win all these events, like that made more of a threat on him. And it was like, all right, now you took out this one duo, and now you're gonna look at Matt and Jag. But if Corey had never had America, he never would have had a duo, and potentially couldn't have been the top threat. So I'm gonna say America hurt Corey more than she helped.
Yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying. And I think America is a really cool person. She seems like an awesome person and a really nice person. And you hope you to live in a world where good things happen to good people, but you don't. We're in the Big Brother house. And as a game player, America, I would say America is the worst game player of this season. She was awful. She totally ruined like Corey's game. Now, as a you want to feel bad for her in that last episode, like you spent the whole season being a fan of America's, but I was not. I did not feel bad for it a little bit. I laughed the whole time, dude. To all we can look back on is her throwing the comp to Cameron, and between us. And I think between the rest of Big Brother fans, she probably would have lost that comp anyways. So if that's the only thing we ever look back on her game, and she makes one game ending mistake while also painting a target on her back all the time, like no problem causing problems in the house, she couldn't win a competition if her life depended on. Like, if she's in the final two chairs, I'm convinced Corey is a big enough fan of the game that he wouldn't even vote for her. Because, like, yeah, it does not get much worse in America this season. And we've had some terrible game players, but I can't, no one floated further in this game while also doing worse. Like Nicole, you could make a claim for, but she's going up against Felicia, the queen of getting off the block. So that's the one knock against, or that's the one thing for Nicole. What is America? You can't defend her at all.
Yeah.
Give me one defense for America. Nothing.
No, yeah.
She's terrible. She was terrible at this game. Great person. Super fun to watch. I hope her and Corey have a long, fun life together. Absolutely terrible at this game. The nail in the coffin really is up to what point what I said, she's already the worst player in the game, but she now becomes one of the worst players of all time when she's willing to throw her game for someone else. There's nothing like, oh yes, true love, that's okay. And if we're talking from a real world perspective, let's say they get married and have a long life. You could say, wow, that was a great, it worked out in the end. They loved each other. This is a Big Brother podcast. This isn't a lifestyle podcast, bro. If you're giving your game up for somebody else, there's no excuses. You go into the category of worst players of all time. There's nothing else we can do. So America, you're terrible.
All right, so let me ask you this: what does her future look like in this game?
I think that you give it a week and see her not win a competition, maybe cause some problems in the house. Where does she go? She just made enemies with Blue. Felicia and Cirie don't think that they're going to be friends. Matt and Jag to become friends with America. Bowie Jane, maybe. She's going to have nobody in the house. America will probably go to the final. Like, if I'm Jack, I want to go to the final two. Yeah, like I want to take her to the final two at this point, because I wonder if everybody in the house knows that America ruined Corey's game. Like, do people in the house view it like that?
Probably, because if people know that, I'm sure after Blue told Jag about what America said, and Corey said he already knew, Jag told Matt, and it was only a matter of time before Blue probably told Cirie and Felicia. Like, this is why Jag is going to put up America and Corey. And I think everybody's smart enough to see, like, yeah, that was America's fault.
Yeah, I mean, and do you view, if she gets to the final two,
she better not win.
She's a classic. You're a classic floater. Like, unless we're just assuming she doesn't win. Like, if she wins every comp from now until final two, then okay, maybe she
good win.
What she had to do. She is, but if she floats her way to the final two, is it even worse that she had Corey? Like, is that a knock against her at all? Ruining Corey's game when that wasn't her goal. Like, she can't be like, it was time to get that showmance was looking bad, and so I wanted to get Corey out of the house so it wasn't
Yeah.
attached. Like that was not it at all. Like she messed up to have that. Do you think that's
Yeah.
against her now?
I don't think you necessarily put it against her. Because it can be looked at from the fact that like it was a misplay by her, but she also got rid of one of the biggest threats in the house. Regardless of how close that threat was to her, she
Yeah.
got one of the biggest threats out of the house.
Imagine seeing the face go dark and then like Felicia like looks over at America's like, yo, congrats, you just got one of the biggest threats out.
That would be rough. Or like America, like after she sees his face get black, she's like,
Yeah. Dude, that
she
actually
goes from
might
crying
be
to
less
like just
shocking than her wanting to hook up with Corey in the first place.
agreed.
This was her plan the whole time. Okay, that makes
Uh,
sense. Okay.
but I wanted to just tip my hat to Corey because if you go back to the first episode of the Eavesdropping Houseguest, like I don't think I was the biggest fan of Corey, and but genuinely, like he was definitely one of the more uh fun players to watch, and he seemed chill. So
100%. He just
respects
happened
to
to
Corey.
be, when you're a fan of Jag, it's hard, or like in your case,
Yeah,
Matt, it's hard towards the end of the season to really love Corey, because he's just going against your player. But that's
yeah,
the best part is like you're right, like 100%. Hey, Corey, in my eyes, went like this. Like I was a fan, then I wasn't a fan,
yeah,
wasn't. And at the end of the day, he was such a good game player that if they have another season of like bringing back players, I would totally want him. Like
yeah,
I raved about Cameron last week. Like I think I might rather Corey, just because. Nah, I don't know. That's both of them, honestly, and which
yeah,
makes it really cool that those are the two people in the jury. But
yeah.
before we get into that, did you want to predict America's future?
I think she gets taken to top 4,
Okay,
and
what is there?
she's gone.
7 people left.
But
7 people left.
yeah,
Okay.
I think yeah, no, I don't think she makes it. I don't think she's gone next week. But I also don't think she makes it to the end.
Okay.
You?
Now, the only way I think she goes home is if Bowie Jane wins HOH.
Hmm.
Until then, if she doesn't become a threat in the house, I can see her going all the way to the end, unless Jag and Matt are together. Felicia, no, Cirie probably chooses the easier opponent. Like Jag and Matt are the only people in the house who I think would rather go with each other than go with America. Like I'm convinced. I think that they would take each other to the end, right?
Yeah,
Either way, I do think like why wouldn't you keep America around? She literally can't win a comp,
true.
and nobody's gonna vote for her.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's true.
The only thing I would be scared of is if you're Matt and Jag and you know she's coming after you. But the problem is everyone's going after them. That's
Yeah,
why it was smart for Jag to get out Corey. Like the idea, keep him around and people want to get Corey out next week.
yeah,
That's everybody's gonna go for you either way. So
yeah,
it doesn't matter if you keep Corey around or not.
true.
But yeah, so it's the easy answer is to say like, yeah, I guess I think she goes to final 2 unless Bowie Jane wins HOH. The reason why I say that is because Bowie Jane would take the easy route and she wouldn't
Yeah,
she would try to get, I don't want blood on my hands. That was a terrible Bowie
that
Jane.
was really good Australian accent.
I was like I'm gonna change my voice for this. And then also, I'm not prepared to give an Australian accent right now.
From the down under.
There we go. Yeah, so, but yeah, because like, dude, I would rather sit next to America than Bowie Jane even.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, no, I agree.
Like it,
Bowie Jane has won a head of household before.
I would hate, of course, if America made the finals though, because then that makes the finals not fun.
Yeah,
but
Imagine a Matt Jag finals.
that would be incredible. That would be incredible. That reminds me of like a Derek Cody final.
Wow, yeah.
But the only difference is that this one's close. Like at the time, Derek pretty much like handled the
Yeah,
win.
but that was still kind of like, damn.
Yeah, yeah. But like right now, it's like and we'll that's actually what we'll talk about that later. I think I
Okay.
have yeah, yeah. We have that. We'll talk about that later on. Okay,
Okay.
so the jury, Corey and Cameron talked about it, raved about them already a ton. Do you think that they're going to be a bitter jury? What are your thoughts going into that?
I think they're both game players ahead of like they'll put the game prioritized over their personal vendettas. And also I'm very interested to see how they interact in the jury house. I feel like that'd be like I wish we get more content. Like I wish we could see a live feeds of Corey and Cameron in
Yeah.
the jury house because I feel like that's gonna be such a fun like house to hang out with.
I feel like it's like the number one requested thing from Big Brother fans is like more jury content because
Yeah.
it's just like all these personalities who are just like having a fun time, but
Yeah.
also kind of pissed off at each other
Beef
for
with each
sending them
other.
home. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
It was so crazy last year when Kyle
Yeah. Dang, that's crazy. I totally like forgot about that in Big Brother history. Wait. Oh no, I was gonna say this year we were good, but we weren't.
literally
Oh,
the first week.
dang, yo, that was like I was like, yo, I think it shows like really like the biggest thing. But yeah, no, okay, perfect. Yeah. So I always think back to like when Paulie and what's her name? The remember Paulie and Zakasta or
Yeah. Mm.
not Zakasta. Let me look it up. Paulie. Davon? Is it Dave? Is Dave Zakia? And then is Davon? Big Brother like legend? She was in it twice.
He was in it twice, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So remember when that happened? Like where
Oh yeah, yeah.
Davon and Paulie kind of got into that huge fight, and then like that's just like a legendary Big Brother
Yeah.
moment. I said,
Yeah.
but yeah, okay. Alrighty, moving on. Oh yeah, no, Cameron and Corey. I was gonna just say really quick. Yeah, I think that I would hope. I think that they talk like that they would put the game above anything else. But that's also the number one thing I would put against Jag this week is that now he's got two people in the jury house who do not like him. Corey
Yeah.
backdoored him, and Cameron literally tried to go on a get Jag out next campaign.
Yeah.
But it would be interesting. You know what I would like actually is if they made a podcast in the jury house talking about
Wow.
this season of Big Brother and breaking that down. That would be I would take that from Corey and Cameron.
One thing that I wanted to talk about with the eviction before we move on to just the general week, when Julie was talking with Corey in the interview after, she didn't reveal that Cirie and Jared are related, and now it made me remember that she never told Cameron either. So is that something that she feels she can't tell the people that are in the jury that still have an impact on the game?
100%.
That's so sad.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah. No, but it makes it better because then when they tell everybody at the end, like there'll be like 5 people at once who are like, or like 8 people at once who find out.
yeah, but what if Cirie goes home? Like, who's gonna care if she goes home like next week or the week
No,
after?
but like we'll still get their like oh my gosh, like their reaction. We'll still get their. I just impersonated or just like did a I did instead of saying reaction. Okay, no. But like I know what you're saying, but no, I totally am. I'm
I
totally.
don't think their reaction will be as good if
I would not
like
want them to tell Corey or Cameron. Like I would be upset if
what if Cirie went home? Would
And
you
she's in the
would
jury, or she's just not even
yeah,
in the house?
she's in the jury.
She's in the jury.
Cirie and then Jared obviously was out
I
weeks
would think to
beforehand.
myself, okay, there's no problem with it. But then again, yeah, I guess there would be no issue with it.
It makes sense for them to not tell Corey and Cameron because if Cirie does make it to the end,
Oh, 100%.
then Jared being her son could like make how she got so far a little less
Hmm.
like
It could
warranted.
change it whether positive or negative.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Um, but no, yeah, I guess we didn't really talk that much about Jag actual HOH. Or no, I guess we did. We talked about his decision.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I guess do you think if he got out blue, he would be in worse trouble?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
Now, do you think that I thought it was very cool of Blue to just brush it off?
Yeah.
Like some
But did
people
she?
might have looked at it as like, oh my gosh, he's really gonna go after me. Now I'm gonna go after him this week. But I don't think she'll go after him this week.
Yeah. Because I don't know, like she made it seem like she's not gonna go after him and that like bygones be bygones. But like she has to feel some type of way knowing that like Jag was so easily persuaded to put her up.
I
But
almost think that gives her a little more power, being like,
yeah,
see, I saved you, Jack. Like I kind of like, I'm so glad that I saved you.
yeah. And I was gonna say that like now that America and Corey are gone, like you can tell that Jag's allegiance is no longer to them because
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
split and done. So I don't know.
Hmm. Um, yeah, alrighty. I guess so it was comic book week or comic week in the house with the twist we talked about. There were two veto winners, Jag and Blue both won. Jag, I mean, bro, like
Beast.
showed us all that the man might never not win a comp that he's participating
Yeah,
with these people in the house. Blue
yeah,
on actual like needs to get a win, and she gets a win,
yeah.
and she was almost gonna beat Jag in the
She
first round.
yeah. Good for Blue for putting up a very good numbers on the Power Veto day.
Mm-hmm.
She almost was able to beat out Jag on the swing thing.
That's a classic.
Um,
That's a pretty like
yeah,
big comp. How long did they go for?
2 hours.
Okay. Yeah.
That competition looks fun.
Oh
I
yeah.
would want to do that.
100%. That one looks like a good challenging comp where like it's not like hanging on a wall where I feel like that will be boring. Like this one, I feel like there's like, stuff to be aware of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt got rocked.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
do you think him having so much body mass like played a downfall in him being able to stay on the wall? Because he got smacked by the knuckles. And like other people were like weren't really getting hit too hard by it, but he got
Yeah. I don't know what would be the advantage. I guess so. I guess.
yeah,
Jag and Blue aren't the biggest people in the world. So
yeah,
but yeah, so then we had that classic comic book comp where they hold like the thing and then they what do you call it for the HOH and like they get to see the different
yeah,
comic book covers. That was pretty cool. I was
yeah. I
um
feel like I wouldn't be that good at that.
I feel like I would yeah, I feel like it's just like super like just so much memory and like I don't even know where to begin. But no, I
Yeah,
think I feel like I'd think to myself I made it in life if I ever saw my comic book cover for Big Brother.
yeah.
That would be the moment where I'm like, wow, dude, I really
Wow.
did
What do you think would be your superhero?
um probably like something involving like king winner, first place, champion, head of household, like something really good.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure.
No, I don't know what I would. It probably, I don't know
Yeah, it depends on what like type of
what's going on.
identity you make as a house guest.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe you're wearing a chicken costume and then your comic book's a chicken.
Yeah, that's true.
And speaking of costumes, Felicia, no, Cerie had to wear a costume this week, her superhero costume. Kind of a hilarious punishment, I thought.
That sucked.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Would you
felt
rather
so
have been
bad.
Felicia or her?
Felicia,
Yeah.
100%. The
Even though that's tough, 24 hours straight.
No, but that would have been nice, I imagine.
24 hours just
Yeah, like theoretically, right now, who I am right now, like if the world offered me 24 hours of solitary confinement, like, and I would be able to not have any responsibilities and not have to worry about anything, and I could just sit in a room all day, I wouldn't mind that. Just catch up
okay.
with myself.
Okay. I guess.
You don't
I'm
agree?
trying to think
Say
of,
you got a whole day off from work, and all you have to do is
yeah, but
sit
it's
in
not
this.
like you're working anyways.
Say you get paid,
Okay, now we're talking.
and you're famous.
Like, if I had a choice between that or the superhero thing, like the
You're
superhero
not.
thing seems like so annoying.
Yeah.
It's so much funnier. I don't know. I feel like
Oh,
I don't know. I think
I don't want to wake up at some random hour in the night and have to
there's
go.
nothing better than in the show when right before a meeting or something, the voice of God in the house is like, Sari, please,
Yeah.
you're
They're
here.
like, yeah, this is the power of veto.
Yeah.
Sorry, go go change. It's fine.
Oh, alrighty. And then so I guess it's clear you would rather have Cerise's punishment or Felicia's punishment.
Delicious. Yeah.
Alrighty. So then guess next week everyone can play in an HOH. Guess it's just Jag and Matt's up for grab unless we have a thinking competition.
Yeah. Literally.
Who so now I'm gonna give you some names that possibly could win HOH this week, and you tell me who you think they would put up
Okay.
and who would maybe go home out of them. So Felicia.
Alicia, you would probably put up Blue and Bowie Chain.
Okay, interesting.
I don't think she goes after Matt Jag, and I don't think she goes after Suri. And I don't know how close
She
she
goes
is
after
with
Matt and Jag.
what?
Why don't you think she goes after Matt and Jag?
Actually, Felicia has made the big move before, right? Did she put up Heisman?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she'd go Matt and Jag.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't think that like she would think it would be helping her if she didn't.
Yeah, yeah.
But maybe not. Yeah, I don't know.
I think she would go
Three,
Matt and Jag.
three now, I guess,
I think Suri goes Matt and Jag.
and now Matt.
Matt goes Suri and Felicia. No, is he still close to Suri?
I don't know.
Because he's close to Bowie Jane.
Felicia definitely goes up.
Yeah, I don't think he would put up Blue. Would he?
Does Matt not want to win an HOH? That's
I,
tough.
I he's not in immediate danger. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
That's he's in a tough spot.
whoever he puts up, he has to convince him, like, hey, you are a pawn.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
problem is, though, he doesn't have the votes
Yeah.
because he has, oh, well, he has Bowie Jane and he has Matt. So he would be like, hey, Blue, you're a pawn. And then he would have to hope Bowie Jane and Matt stick with it, which they would, of course.
Would he,
Um,
would he backdoor Jag in any realm this next week? What would have to happen for him to backdoor Jag?
Well, definitely him hearing Jag is going after him. That would for sure get him to go. But I don't know because it's not a good game move. It wouldn't be a good game move at this point to get Jag out if you're Matt.
Yeah.
Because then you have to win every comp. I think at this point, at least, like Matt knows that he's not even the biggest threat. He's somehow not the biggest threat in the house.
Yeah.
And you could argue
Great.
he's playing the best game.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think would you do you think he goes for Jag? Or yeah, do you think he would go out for Jag at all?
I don't think this week. I think you're out of the Minutemen for at least another
Yeah,
week.
you don't necessarily want to go to final two. As much as that's such a good story to tell and everything, and I would like that if they went to final two, but you're not. You can't risk that.
Yeah, no. I think you just keep rocking.
But Jag and Matt are nice enough people where they would, I think.
Yeah, they're sick.
Yeah. Okay, so now who do you think's the safest in the house this week?
Who's the safest? Bowie.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anyone that would win HOH and put Bowie up.
Everybody plays in veto now, right? Or no?
How many people are left?
I don't know. If 7 people are left, then not everyone plays in veto.
Not everyone
One
would
person
play.
sits out.
Yeah.
So then the play, if people think that Bowie, Jane, and Jag and Matt are a 3 people, maybe they nominate Matt and Bowie, Jane and not have Jag and veto, in the veto comp. And then you get him out that way. Because Bowie's not going to be a number for you anyways. So
That's
that
true.
would be the only way I would go. But I'm with you that almost being up next to Matt and Jag on eviction night is probably equivalent to not being on the block at all.
Yeah.
The other one's going home anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. I agree. So now if these are the final 2, I have 4 sets of final 2. Okay.
Okay.
If these are the final 2, who would you have as the winner right now? If their game ended right, no hypotheticals down the road, right now. Jag.
Okay. Jag.
Okay. Do you want to give a little explanation?
Yeah, he's just done more. He's won more HOHs and has been more of like the brains of the operation, in my opinion. Although Matt kept him in this game.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one thing that's like holding me back, was that like Jag wouldn't even be here right now if it weren't for Matt. And Matt has done such a good job of like not having to win HOH and like being such a good number 2 to Cirie and like not getting put. I don't think Matt's been on the block once yet, which is where I think he has the advantage over Jag, because Jag was literally like a full unanimous vote out, and Matt hasn't even been on the block once.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I guess it's there's definitely a difference between, like, this question can, I guess, be answered 2 different ways. So tell me who you would pick to win, and then maybe who you think a jury would pick to win. Because there are parts of me, like if it's not Jag, Matt wins so many people over. But Jag, it's not like Jag hasn't won people over. You know what I mean? So it's not even like that might necessarily be different for these 2 people. But yeah, I guess I would probably say Jag, but I think it's really close.
Yeah, I want Matt, but I think the jury would say Jag.
Yeah. Like I almost think it would just happen because I think Jag would be able to present his game up to this point better than Matt can. Because to be honest, I think half of what Matt does is accidental being nice. Like he's a really nice person, and people are like, "You're a threat. I'll team up with you." And I don't know how much strategy actually is going into it all. Okay, next we have Bowie, Jane, and America.
Bowie. I think
we answered this earlier.
Yeah. I don't think America deserves to win it.
Yeah.
And Bowie's won something, which, I mean, like their resumes are similar because literally they have one competition one between the 2 of them. And so like Bowie gets a slight edge up there, but she's also been a true floater in the fact that like she wasn't in a showmance. Like Bowie's just been in these random um alliances.
Hmm.
And so I think she's done a better job of blending in than America has.
And there's nothing more floater than winning an HOH and not even being the one who has a say on your HOH. Like
Yeah.
both of them, you know what's funny? Both of them got their closest ally out of the house.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, the only thing going for Bowie is that her decision, her big choice or her big move was winning HOH,
Yeah,
and
Cameron out.
it didn't completely ruin her game.
Yeah.
It did though, because if she gets Corey out, she's looked at as a chance of winning this game. Now she has zero chance of winning this game. Bowie Jane has zero chance of winning this game unless I guess she has 1% chance of winning this game if she goes to final
It's
three and
America.
picks America to go with her. And yeah, like that's the only chance Bowie has. So yeah,
Yeah.
but there's only two options here. So now we got Felicia and Cirie.
That's so tough.
Really,
I
before you answer this, if Felicia, Cirie, and Blue are in the final three, do you think Felicia and Cirie both take Blue instead of the other person?
yeah.
Okay. Now you can answer.
I think blue is more floaterish than
Yeah,
Serena
yeah.
Williams have.
And
Serena,
Felicia and Cirie might be cool with each other, but they would not give up the game for the
yeah.
other.
Serena and Felicia have both dominated the house for a few weeks. Felicia was able to have that household on her resume, but other than that, she hasn't won anything. But Suri hasn't won anything at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Suri loses some points because she had the automatic connection with Jared, but nobody will know that. So Suri can present the finale like she lost all of her allies and was able to stay in it. But I think Felicia can say something similar. And like she has that HOH. I'm gonna say Felicia.
Interesting. It would be interesting if Cirie makes it to final two and brings up her son, like brings up Jason.
Jared, do
Jared.
you think?
I don't know if it would be better or worse. I want to think that if she brings it up, it would make her argument better, but I don't know like how that would come across.
Yeah,
I definitely agree Felicia is the better game player. While I think Cirie is playing a really good game, you gotta win something in order for me. Like their resumes are so similar, and I think two things Felicia has better than Cirie is one, competition and HOH. That's huge, of course.
yeah,
Two, getting off the block all those times when you were the person to get out, I think is
yeah.
huge as well. And I think that she would use that
True.
against Surrey too. It's not like Surrey's never been on the block, and it's not like Surrey has been on the block a bunch of times. She
Yeah.
wouldn't have any argument there. And the last one I have is the two jurors, Cameron and Corey.
Who would win between the two of them?
Yeah,
Cameron.
really.
Like, because if somehow he made it to the final after
No, no,
everything,
no, no. Their games up to this point.
yeah,
Not if they're no, no. You're telling me if he made it to final two, that would be crazy. No, no, no. Right now, with what they did in their past. Does that make sense or no?
yeah. No, I agree. I
Okay.
I think I see what you're saying. I'm still going Cameron though, because what
No, no, continue.
after everything that he's been through, all the times that he was voted out and lost his allies and lost a handful and lost red, and he was like one of the most clutch players I've ever seen. Like anytime he needed to win a comp, he did. And like he was, yeah. I'm gonna go Cameron over Corey.
Mm.
Because Corey also like he won one HOH, never really a factor in the power of vetoes, kind of hid behind the showmance.
Yeah, I'm with you. I agree. Cameron wins.
Yeah.
I just wanted to knock Cameron because of his social game being pretty bad. Just in that everybody doesn't like him in the house. You know, everybody called him a tool. But
Yeah.
Corey's is not much better.
Yeah. It was funny
He
seeing
does
the
have a good
comparison.
social game, but it's
Yeah.
not like amazing. It's
It
not
was
like
funny.
a Matt social game or a Jag.
Yeah. It was funny seeing the comparison of Corey day one and to like throughout the show.
Your own man.
Yeah. America changed him.
He'll never win a season because of her.
Wow.
Brutal.
They better get married or else
Yeah, right. Yikes. So do we want to
update the fantasy scores.
yeah.
Yeah. So I had a 0 to -1 lead. You got 3 points from Jag for winning HOH. I got 2 points for Blue for winning Power Veto. So you're up one, which would make it tied. And all the votes went towards Corey, who's on my team. So I got -2.5 points.
So
So I
Matt
think
has -2.5 and I have 0.5.
0.
Oh no, I have 0.
Yeah.
I had -1, right, last week.
Yeah. And then it ties up when you get the HOH win. I got the veto win.
But I got an HOH and veto.
No, I got veto. I have Blue.
We both got veto. I got Jag.
Good. Okay, yeah, yeah. So you're up an extra 2.
I think a veto is 3 points. No,
I think
veto.
I'm out of the point
You're right.
system wrong.
You're right. You're right. 3 points.
Okay.
It's just 2 points. So you have -2.5 and I have 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Dang. So I'm up by 4.5. Is that how math works? If I'm up by 4.5,
I think I had 0 heading into this week.
yes.
And then I got 2 from Blue
2 from Blue.
and -2.5 from Corey. So
Oh,
I have
so you're
I have
at
a -0.5.
-0.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sick. We got
Yeah. This is cool.
So 2 to -0.5. It's
Yeah.
gonna come down to really just who wins this game.
Yeah, because it's like
We'll have to update the scoring next week. Or it comes down to like if there's a run of if 1 week it isn't a unanimous vote. Like if every
Yeah.
other week is a unanimous vote, but 1 week isn't. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I will do the power rankings.
Let's go.
At 7, whether you want to look back at Matt's misplay or Jesse's rant, America, she'll be at the at the end of the season. I'm gonna give a ranking to how good the player was for the game in the house. You know, of course, like it won't be like who the winner is the best player, but America will be at the bottom of that list.
Yeah.
6, we got Blue. Got to win something. Actually, no, she's on the right track. Actually, you know what? After the way she handled herself this week, she put herself in a huge spot, a good spot to win. I'll put her above Bowie Jane because both of them, in order to make the final 2, will need to have something. But if their games end today, I'd give it to Blue over Bowie Jane. Cirie at 4. 3 is Felicia. 2 is Jag, and 1 is Matt.
Let's go, Matt.
Jag's gonna go home before Matt if the other side of the house wins. So he's got to go below Matt. But Matt has now been atop the rankings for 3, 4.
Get some fantasy points for that.
He's been atop the rankings for 4 weeks in a row. And he's been in the top 3 for 5 weeks in a row, top 5. Wow, it's crazy how Matt's been top 5 since like episode 10. No way, actually.
And he was in the bottom 5 to start.
Dude, he literally was in 8th, episode 10, and then like episode 13, he was up to 4, and then he never stopped. Never
Wow.
stopped being great.
Look at
Wow,
my boy go.
crazy, crazy.
Mats unite.
I wonder what will be better when Matt wins wins Big Brother, or knowing he was always this high in the power rankings. I don't know. It'll be close. But
Yeah, he's gonna appreciate both.
let me know if you like the power rankings in the comments below. Like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, and expect the unexpected.
Yeah. And listen to us on Spotify eventually.
Yes, 100%. Where we're in the works. We have a couple new projects in the works as well. And yeah. So was there anything else you wanted to talk about?
No, I think we covered it all.
Dude, we covered it all.
Yeah, we're sick. Just remember for everyone to go out there and love one another.
Okay, sick. Let's go. Okay.
Nice.